E-Gaming Bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans.
Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match.
Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Hello and welcome, friends. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome back for another evening of Starladder I-League Season 3 qualifiers. It's going to be between Splyce and Liquid this time around. Should be a good matchup to kick things off. I'm looking forward to it personally. Best of 3, starting off on Cash, and then if we need, well, we're going to go Cash Inferno, and then Cobblestone if we need a third map. But so far, so good. We're going to get into the knife round right here, right now. Kick things off on a good foot. After we finish up this matchup, we're going to go into a second best of 3, which is going to be Immortals versus Misfits. So that should hopefully be a pretty good matchup there as well. But this one right here, right now, it's going to be Liquid versus Splyce. Elige, JDM, Pimp, Nitro, and Stanislaw facing off against Roka. The stand-in for the Splyce side. Symphis, Rix, Arya, and Drone. So we'll see what this, like, sort of revamped Splyce lineup can do here. It should be interesting, especially with the hubbub that's been going around. I know that there was a report, I believe DK put out earlier on, that said that Liquid and Optic were possibly or potentially going to be negotiating some sort of a player transfer. We'll see how things go. But for now, this is the roster that is going to be performing this evening for us. So we will see Splyce pick up the knife round. They're going to opt to start off on the CT side. And we should kick this one off into the pistol round here in just a few moments. So looking forward to this one. I got to see if Roka's knife is... Yes! He's still using the same name tag. I told him that name tag before. He wanted a name for his knife, and I told him the Ginger Avenger. For those of you who don't actually know, Roka is a fiery redhead. He is a fiery redhead. And he's got a red knife, and I told him to name it the Ginger Avenger. And he did so, and I think it's a great knife name. Absolutely great knife name. So, with that being said, we are going to kick off here onto the first half of our first map, into our first pistol round of this best of 3. And we'll see how things all pan out. But it is going to be Splyce on the CT side, Liquid on the terrorist side. And they're going to raid boss somebody. And why wouldn't you want to raid boss the best player that's in the server right now, in Elige? I definitely say that he's got a bid for the top player in North America right now, and is easily top 20 in the world at the current moment, I feel. Personally, I feel he is definitely of that caliber. We'll see if he performs this evening, as it is going to be a slow start to this one. No fast rushes or anything from Liquid to kick things off. And they're going to start making their way over towards that A bomb site. All 5 players are going to be over here, and well, they've got 2 smokes and a flash to work with, so we'll see where they opt to go, but it looks like they're going to squeeze a couple of players over towards Squeaky, and maybe go for a 3-2 hit, 3 out Squeaky, 2 through A main, and this is something I think Henry G actually really enjoys on this map. Now, they do have a player standing up on top of the boost. That's going to be Drone, which is going to be interesting. So the smokes come out. Stanislaw going to come back around to A main. They're actually going to send 4 players to Squeaky, and now they're going to start piling on out. They're going to spot out Drone up top. He's going to spam duels with Nitro. He's going to lose that battle. And now we're going to drop into a man advantage already on for the Liquid side. Bomb's going to get planted, and now it's a full retake situation for Splyce. They're going to have to get back into this bomb site and make some noise. But JDM's got control over there towards the Squeaky door. They've got 2 at quad, 1 at fork, and 1 at A main. Actually, that A main player is rotating all the way back around to the bottom side of highway. Good flash comes out. Roka going to be able to light up too. They got to stop the defuse. It's coming in. It's already on the board. So Splyce, just like that, even though they all end up falling at the end, it's going to be their round anyway. Big play from Roka, rotating back around to the backside of quad, manages to find 2 headshots, and Rix, the P90 Princess, the one that we talk about constantly, he's going to be on that gun. We'll see what he can do with it moving forward, but it's 3 umps, a P90, and an M4. They're going to buy up 2 AKs on the terrorist side to try to put the pressure on. So Roca already coming into this series swinging. Finds two nice headshots over by Quad. Shuts that down real lickety-split. And now we see a big force buy out of Liquid side. Stan and JDM going to have the Desert Eagles. Full nade kit for Nitro, and he's got a Tech 9, so the pocket AK for him. And then the two AKs in the hands of Pimp and Elige. JDM trying to get that Desert Eagle working. Not going to find anything right yet. Counter flash set from Symphis if they decide to push in towards that B-bomb site, but it looks like bomb was over towards A. Pimp's going to get the trade. Elige falls. That means that they're going to have to salvage that AK. Now they lose the other one, so they're just going to play past the AK for the time being. Nice shot from Stanislaw. Nitro, though, in jeopardy here in middle. Spots out the Princess, and Rix isn't going to be able to find the shots. Now they're going to swap out that AK to Nitro since he's got the head armor to work with. The remaining three players, only one of them does have armor. They do still have the bomb on their back, and it is back into a 3-on-3 sitch. But a decent enough start from both sides into this one. Tagged up is Stanislaw, JDM also. Every single one of them actually taking a little bit of shrapnel. But we'll have to see now moving in towards A. Highway player in Rix with the P90. Spray potential, but at range, not exactly the most ideal weapon. He's going to get a little bit closer. Hold down mouse 1 as they try to cross, and he's going to clap one on JDM. Stanislaw goes down, and it's on Nitro to clutch 1v3. Gets one. Here's the other player coming around from the back lines, but now he's just going to try to get out of here and hang on to the AK for the next round, reset himself, and go in for another round. That's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to stay on that AK and see if they can do anything moving forward with it, but not the explosive round that Liquid was hoping for. The good news is the fact that all of them are hovering around $2,000 means that that force buy out of the last round isn't really going to affect them too terribly much. They'll still be able to go for the buy into the third. Big thing is going to be how Nitro's money is going to look going into the next round. Now, Arya, risky maneuver there, going over into the checkers side. He's going to smoke his way back out. They're going to spam through that smoke, and well, he's going to try his best to stay alive. Good nade goes out. Roca doing some early on damage. He's even going to drop an incendiary through the window and force him out of useless. Elige going to go down to 2 HP in middle. That's going to be the P90 spam from Rix. Princess Peach over there by the cat box trying to do some damage with that, but nevertheless we will see 5 alive on both sides. Again, Arya the only one getting tagged up for Splyce down to 67, 2 HP for Elige, JDM on 64 and 56 for Nitro due to that nade over the top of window into useless. So they found some damage. Now they just need to capitalize, and Elige only on a Glock. Not a lot he's going to be able to do. Just be the bait. Flashbang into A main. No push comes from behind it. Symphis is over there. Another flash comes out. Still no peek from Drone. He's playing this one close to the chest. As is Liquid. They have yet to move into the site. There you go. Now it's going to be the slaughter. Just like that, it's done. Drone picks up 3 with the UMP from the quad wall, and that's going to put it into a very solid start to this one for Splyce. A lot of money banked up there in the last couple of rounds. After all, they only lost, what was it, 2 players? 5 alive? 3 players. Yeah, they only lost 3 players in those anti-eco rounds. So not a whole lot of rebuys. No rebuys required after that last round, and they even get the AK out of it too. So Drone's going to have that moving forward. The buyout comes for Liquid this time around. It's going to be JDM on an UMP, 4 AKs for the rest of them, so no scoped rifles on the board just yet for either side. Rix, though, still on the P90. And again, we'll have to see what he can do with it moving forward, but it's mid-control the order of the day for the terrorist side of Liquid. They're going to sneak Elige out. They've also taken Pimp out. They've got one sitting towards A main, just watching for any aggression. That's JDM spamming some bullets with the UMP out. They've still got Nitro over towards Squeaky. Going to lay a little bit of spam out. Clips Drone. Only 3 HP. Not a lot to write home about, but he's going to be wary of that position, so doesn't have to worry too terribly much about it, but at least now he knows. 3 players from the CT side over on A. No mid-control at all for the CTs. They're actually going to push aggressively in towards A main. They don't spot anything. Deep Smoke's going to come out. Oh, I missed it. That's actually pretty good. I'm proud of that. So Deep Smoke comes out. Bit of a one-way there. Nitro and JDM going to be lining up for that, but they're not going to be able to find anything just yet as the players who were aggressive towards A main have vacated that premise and fallen back ever so slightly. Bomb outside a connector towards mid-main. 35 seconds, so Liquid really running the clock down here. And I don't know if I necessarily agree, but they are going to go for an A split. 2 up highway, 3 out A main. Now the hit is on. Incendiary comes out around the corner. That's going to delay a little bit. Elige gets caught off guard. Drone doing a good job holding this A bomb site pretty much by his lonesome, but Nitro will get the trade. Pimp coming around. Going to meet head-to-head with Rix, and we'll take him off the map. They've got to worry about the flank coming out, but it's Roka on highway. Roka again finding JDM. It's going to be all down to just Stanislaw, managing to take 2 lives with him. Now he's going to be down to just Arya. 1 versus 1. Very tight opening gun round, and Arya looking for it over towards the quad wall. That's a crisp, clean lock, boys. Stanislaw clutching the 1v3. Nicely done from him, and he's going to put Liquid on the board. But it is an expensive round for them, and they didn't really do a lot of economic damage in those opening couple of eco rounds. They did drop 3 in the second round, but 5 alive for Splyce in the third. Means that they're going to have a whole boatload of money to work with, and they're going to rebuy into this one. AWP comes out for Simphis. No up on the board for JDM just yet. It is going to be down to the 2 UMPs and 3 AKs, so bit of a struggle, bit of an off nade there is going to do some damage onto Pip. Pippy! 3 players again over towards mid. Elige going to get flashed around Catbox. Going to be looking for these players up in towards A, but Simphis is going to be over there with the op, and he tags him. So some early damage going out, and Elige is going, well, man. Damn it. There's your opening. Elige is going to go down with the assist from Simphis, the frag for Rix, and the man advantage for Splyce. And remember, again, this is Liquid's map pick, so they really need to start showing us something, but they're going to reverse boost towards the vents. No, Roka's just going to hunker down underneath of him, and Arya is going to play the off angle, try to play the bait and switch, and I like this call. They do have to worry about a player that's over there and useless, and now when they boost Arya, he's going to get spotted, but he does manage to crack the skull of Pip, and now he's got to worry about JDM. Cleans them both up. And Roka also finding Nitro, leaving it on just Stanislaw. Coming out mid. Arya trying to get greedy for the gun, but it's still a 1 versus 4. Not a lot he's going to be able to do. Stan. I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. And he's going to go down to drone. So that is going to be the 4-1 scoreline. The reset for Liquid as well. And this is a really hard reset, too. Because bear in mind, I mean, remember, they only had 1 player alive. Stanislaw was the one that was able to clutch out before. And then they lose all of their players. So they've only got 1450 on one of their players. So this is going to be a force buy, I think. They're going to go low on money. Yeah, they're going to force into this round. Nitro going to be on the lone AK. The rest of them are going to force up pistols. Armor for JDM. Full nade set for Nitro. Nade goes out over the top. Does 6 HP damage to him. Not a lot to write home about, but nevertheless, it is the force buy. Footsteps being heard outside of B. Smoke comes out towards B main. Incendiary towards checkers. Here's the peek. There's 1 and 2. They line up, and Roka knocks them both down. So as absent as he's been from the Pro League side of things, or the top tier of the North American side, he hasn't skipped a beat at all. Top fragging for his team at 7-1 and 2. So welcome back, Roka. AWP frag from Symphy Symph. Elige trying to get the refrag on it, but it's not going to happen. Now the AK, the last man standing, already tagged down to 16 HP. And Pimp trying to do what he can, but no armor means no joy. The aim punch is going to be too much, and well, now they know exactly where he is. Bank nade. I don't think it'll get there in time. No, it won't. Rix is going to take the fight. Will win it, and Splyce is going to go up to a pretty comfortable 5-1 lead. Now the save from Liquid has to come out. So the force buy doesn't work. Trying to double down on rounds didn't work. Their slow strategy hasn't really worked. I want to see something a little bit more explosive out of Liquid. I'm not saying like a YOLO rush B or anything, but they've at least got an idea now that Roka likes to play aggressive towards the B bomb site. He's been getting out behind that box outside of B main. Arya is actually there this time around, but Arya is going more aggressive. He's actually pushing up further. He might actually be able to catch out one of the players. Let's go back to Arya real fast because Pimp is around the corner. Actually, all 5 of them are around the corner, and he's fully bypassed this. Here's a footstep, too. So, unless some sort of disaster happens, he's got, look at all the information that he's got, too. They don't have to worry about any of this. X that off the map. Now X this off the map and this off the map, and slowly, little by little, he's also going to get this. But it doesn't make a difference because somehow Stanislaw comes out and gets a Glock frag. Roka's there for 2, Roka's there for 3, Roka's there for... Oh, almost 4. But that is going to be another round on the board for Splyce. 10-2-2 for Roka. It's good to see him strut his stuff once again. So we'll see how it ultimately goes. But again, it is going to be 6-1. 5-round lead for Splyce. And Liquid, a team that you usually praise for their ability to entry frag and crack open bomb sites. And you've got Elige at 0-1-7 right now. A player that I touted at the beginning of this as being one of the best players in North America, and he has yet to show up. So hopefully he can get here. Hopefully he can start to step up for his team because he absolutely is a pivotal player when it comes to that. Where did that smoke just land over an A? That's what I want to know. Or was that a decoy? Oh, it was a decoy. I saw it come streaming in, you know, all the way from over here, just like bouncing on in. We are going to see a smoke execute over towards A, but it's a ruse. They're going to take mid control. 2 players late lurk in towards A main, but Stanislaw coming up catwalk is going to be able to find Simphis. Now they got to worry about Rix, and now that's nothing to worry about. Stanislaw opening up the bomb site. He's going for the entry fragger roll, but it's Drone. 1, 2. Can he get any more out of this? No. Finally taken down. Stanislaw is going to find Roka in the meantime, and that leaves it just on Arya, who only has a Tech 9. Now an AK in hand, 30 bullets in the mag, so he doesn't have to worry about reloading. And now he spots Stanislaw. That's going to be 1 easy kill. Down to a 2 versus 1. 2 versus 1. Flash out. Pimp's going to swing, and we'll take him down. So Liquid doubling their rounds, finding themselves a second. Now the big thing is that they need to start stringing these rounds together because, again, one of the big important things is JDM still has not had an AWP throughout this entirety of this half. We're now 9 rounds in, hasn't had an AWP. And Elige hasn't gotten a kill. Yeah, I thought for a second Drone was going to bring that one back for him. Those 2 crisp headshots that he hit over there towards that quad side, really nice stuff to see from him. He's really been stepping up his game as of late for this Splyce squad, and it's good to see him performing once again tonight because he's not too far. He's right behind Roka, actually. Roka 10-2-3 and 9-4 for Drone. Actually, everybody kind of contributing on the Splyce side. Can't be said the same for the Liquid side just yet, as it's more than double the kills of anybody else for Stanislaw. He's come to play tonight. He's on 11. He's actually leading the server right now, but again, Elige, very slow to start this time around. Again, we're going to see a lot of grenades getting thrown around towards mid, but they're going to start barreling on in towards A, and maybe they found a little bit of a weakness. Drone, though, that position, 3 bullets shot, Nitro down. The wraparound on the site comes in, and Elige is going to get on the board here, finds his first kill. It's going to be Simphis on highway, 2 players down a cat box to try and support, and 1 player rotating around towards truck. It's going to be Roka. And again, keep an eye on this man because he's going to rotate on around. Stanislaw is going to be his first port to call, but it's going to be Simphis to find Elige. So 1 and done for him on the round. Nade comes in around the corner. That's not going to do too terribly much damage. Pimp gets spotted, and Roka's going to go in on another one. Now the peek from Squeaky. Simphis is going to capitalize. It's all down to Stanislaw once again. 1v3. Can he line up the shot? He can, but it doesn't make a difference. Roka's there, gets the double, and gets the defuse. And Roka again. I mean, I don't want to keep beating a dead horse or anything here, but Liquid breaking into that bomb site, yeah, sure, that's great. They get the bomb plant. And unfortunately, the reset comes in because they haven't been able to string the rounds together, but Splyce playing very well. Drone on 10 kills. He got 2 more that last round, as did Roka. And they close it down. Or pardon me, it was Simphis on 2, Drone on 1, and Roka on 2. So all in all, this Splyce lineup, I mean, who was it that Roka replaced? For some reason, oh, it's Crucial. That's who it was. Gotta say, putting the AWP back in Simphis' hands and letting Roka go ham with a rifle, it's a good look right now. Look at this position from Stanislaw. He is going to... No, he actually kills one. The push is going to come on to A. That's Drone's playground. He's going to be able to spray down one. Now the flank comes out from Rix. He's going to catch out one. Roka feeling a little perturbed by that push from Stanislaw, but that's what happens when you pull out a nade. Arya going to go in on one. It's down to a leash, 34 HP, and just not enough time for him. It's going to go 8-2. So 10 rounds now played out, and I'm not going to lie, this Splyce squad is looking very solid right now on cash. Now, this is a map that we know that they can play anyway. We've seen a couple of series from them so far in this I-League qualifier, and they've looked relatively sound throughout it. The biggest part, though, is what are they going to bring to the table on the terrorist side? Roka taking a peek towards Useless. Not going to spot anything, but he's going to get himself into a favorable position. Arya outside of the box. That incendiary is going to land right on him, so he's going to have to shuck and jive his way out of there. 94 HP remains. This is the big change, though. JDM's going to be on the AWP. He's over there by the Useless side. Incendiary comes out from Roka. Now, that's one of the instances where I don't particularly care for him throwing that out, but it doesn't make much of a difference. It actually, you know, it's not that bad because that Incendiary lands deep enough back that it'll either force a player back towards connector side, or it'll do what it did to JDM and it'll force him forward, and that allows Arya to come out from behind the box and spot him out. Flash around mid. Elise going to rip Rix's head off, and now Roka getting aggressive over towards the smoke at B. Nice nade comes in from Simphis onto Pimp, and the damage going heavily in favor of Splyce so far. Nitro doing what he can over at the squeaky door, but again, it's one of those kind of things where you expect that two-pronged attack. You expect that opener from Elige followed up by Nitro, or vice versa, one way or the other. Put him into a position to be successful, but they haven't really been going together at all, and that certainly doesn't help. I'm still on the site. Elige finally starting to hit some shots in a good position from Pimp's going to catch out Simphis over by Truck. So now they got to worry about this highway position. Arya's going to swing Y, and Pimp's going to find the head. Now it's all down to Roka with an AWP. What can he do with this weapon? Pimp going all the way back down through mid. It looks like Roka's content to save. Allow Liquid to get a third. It's a shame they broke the pattern. Weaving around rounds, but no big deal. Now remember, Elige was 0-8. He's gone 4-2 since then, so he's starting to heat up a little bit here. And that's exactly what Liquid need. It's incredible to see the difference in performance by Liquid when Elige doesn't show up versus when he is an absolute animal. Which we'll say, you know, 4/5 of the time, he's an animal. As of right now, though, he's yet to flex his guns, and we'll see if he can continue to pick up the pace as we move forward here. But, I mean, Nitro 3-10, JDM's got 3 kills as well, and Elige only on 4. It's Pimp and Stanislaw, mostly Stanislaw, that's doing the work. He's still over double the frags of the next person on their team. Actually, he has the score of Pimp, Elige, and JDM all combined. And that's not fantastic. Now they're going to start flushing Arya out with HEs as opposed to the incendiaries. That nade's going to land right on the top of Nitro's head. Drops him down to 70. So Roka's continued bombardment of that useless room has been substantial so far in this opening half. Finding cheeky little chunks of damage time and time again. Again, slow pace from Liquid, 55 seconds, mid-control. They're going to barrel in towards B. Incendiary out towards B main, smoke off towards CT. Roka can He can at least push forward for now, but he doesn't have to give up his position. It's not compromised. They've rotated Ricks over, and well, now they're at a stalemate. They've got 4 players really, over here in checkers, and no forward positioning whatsoever. Arya's going to swing, but Roka's still left on the site. Roka's going to have to come up big. He's just hunkered down. Look at this positioning from Roka. Easy kill. 20 seconds left. He's going to get rotated on. Stanislaw will take him down, but got to worry about Drone in the vents. Pimp's underneath. Symphis from heaven drops the bomb carrier. Now they got to commit to this. Drone somehow doesn't see Pimp go towards checkers to site. It doesn't make much of a difference. He still swings, finds JDM, and it's down to Pimp 1v2. Ooh, almost able to clutch it out with very little time left, but it is going to go 9-3. Saving grace to at least try to get the bomb plant and get that extra $300, but that's not going to be the case. 6 rounds the difference, 9-3, and the reset comes out again for Liquid. So he had an opportunity, Pimp did, but unable to seize it. Force buy comes out from Liquid, and again, it's one of those worst-case scenario kind of deals. They kept a reasonable amount of players, well, 2 players alive the last time, which is why this reset hit so hard. So they're going to force buy, and if they lose this, they'll have to save. Arya thinking it's going to be a save, throw some shots out, and Stanislaw's going to get tagged down to 41. Already making their way in. That grenade, albeit sloppy looking, ends up doing a tremendous amount of damage. However, JDM and Stanislaw are going to be able to crack that bomb site open. Elige down to 8 HP. JDM on 43 and Stanislaw on 19. It's a 4 versus 3. Rix is going to be able to burn JDM alive. So answering back, but the HP values definitely heavily favoring the CT side. Symphis trying to get in towards useless rooms. Got an M4. It should do decent enough damage onto Pimp. Smoke out towards checkers. They're going to drop on this. There's 1. Traded immediately. Finally finished off. 29 combined HP for the 2 Liquid players, but they do survive. They're going to carry a 4th round over, so down but not out just yet. They're going to be looking for a little bit more in this half. They finally got the money to go for it, and the biggest part about that is they finally forced Splyce onto a save. This is the first time in the half that Splyce has had a save. So keep that in mind as you go into this one, and you look at it, 14th round on the board, and they actually opt to force buy. 16 kills for Stanislaw. 15 for Roka. Nice shot for Roka. Make it 16. Make it 17. By the way, in case you guys didn't know, Roka's scout is nuts! Stanislaw, though, doing a good job fending off those 3 would-be flankers. Symphis will be able to take him down in the long run, but it's only on the UMP now, and they've already got a player up close towards Z, so he'll hear footsteps. Easy kill there for Pimp, and now all of a sudden Liquid have made this a game. 5 rounds on the T side, nothing to be ashamed of. 6 rounds would be ideal, and well, the buy down here from the CT side of Splyce is not going to be substantial. Roka again, up there at 17 and 7, 18 and 11 for Stanislaw. But again, Nitro only on 4 kills, 5 for JDM. No early aggression from either side just yet. They're going to set up some smokes outside of A main. Those are going to be dropped in towards the left side of red box, if I'm thinking correctly. Whee! I don't want to get stuck on a smoke, which is why I'm looking at it like this. So they are going to rain on in. There's a gap in that smoke, though, so they got to be careful. That's not perfectly thrown. They're going to push on forward, though. Drone by sight. JDM going to open up. Able to find one, but Drone doing some work again with the Deagle. Not able to get any extra tags after those 2 kills come out, but it is going to come down to Symphis trying to push back in. He's got forklift control. Arya trying to come around, but it's JDM and Stanislaw to finish off the half. 9-6 it goes, and Liquid, after a really slow start, they're able to come back into this one and do some work. So they've given themselves a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of a cushion going into the second half. And we'll see if they can capitalize. A pistol round victory here would be ideal. But it is going to be difficult to say the least. They are still playing from the back foot. So the countdown should start here in just a few moments, and we'll be right back with the second half of map number 1 of this first BO3 today. Grab myself a nice cold water, and we're good to go. We are G2G. If you can't use context clues to figure out who Peter is, then I don't know what to tell you, brother. You would actually be surprised how many people think that Stanislaus' first name is actually Stan. Water is so delicious. So absolutely delicious. So while we've got a minute here, I just want to reintroduce myself. My name is Mega Man. Like I said, I'll be bringing you guys the action tonight. If you all feel so inclined as to follow me on Twitter, which is definitely always helpful in accumulating more followers. I've linked my Twitter in the chat. And I appreciate every single one of you guys who do follow me. Why isn't he called Peter's Law? I don't know. That is a good question, though. That is a good question. Followed you last night, my dude. Firelord Zordon. That's a hell of a name, by the way. Firelord Zordon. Defender of the universe. Weak against water. One man, one fire. Nice. So into the second half we go, ladies and gents, and we will be seeing Liquid try and make this a comeback into this matchup. 6 rounds to their name, 9 for Splyce. Pistol round victory would put Liquid right back into the mix. So we'll have to see. This caster sounds depressed. I'm not depressed at all. I'm super excited all the time. Woo, 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 woo. Let's go. Yeah. Counter-Strike Global Offensive coming at you right now. I'm just going to sound super excited the whole time like Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim, boys and girls. We're live into the pistol round. Enough of that nonsense, though. Splyce, we're going to crack into this A bomb site. So far, pretty damn good. JDM is able to answer back. He does find 2, actually. Takes down Roka and Rix. Finally traded out, and we will see a man advantage here for Splyce. But look at Stanislaus' position. Howdy! I think Drone's lounging over there. I think he's pulling a JDM. I think he is. They're going to go for the same ninja play that got the pistol round, and there it is. I want to see the body, though. Can I see the body? Is he lounging? Oh, bastards! Man, I really wanted to get in there and see that. But Liquid just spliced Splyce. Nice. Pretty good stuff to say the least, but we're going to see this one. I mean, this is going to be a good matchup. Look at this buy, too, from Splyce. A Galil, 2 AKs, a MAC-10, and an UMP. Now, granted, glass cannon on 2 of those guns. Let's keep that in mind as well. But the buy down on the CT side only has 1 rifle on board, so it's going to be interesting to see one way or the other. Now, they should just get shredded on the T side, at least 3 of the 5 players, because they don't have head armor. So the SMGs are going to be able to do work in this situation. But this is a cool buy down from Splyce, and it's kind of reminiscent of what Liquid tried to pull off in the second round after losing the pistol, where they bought out 2 AKs, 2 Deagles, and a Tech 9. This time, the firepower is a little more substantial for Splyce. So again, ultimately, we're going to see how it all pans out, but there it is. Drone finds JDM, peeking out a little too wide, by a little too wide. I mean, about 6 yards too wide of that cat box, and he's going to get completely punished for it, which is a little bit unfortunate to say the least, because the man advantage is going to swing to the T side. They do have 2 players defending over towards B. Now they have 1. But that 1 player is Pimp, and he's in the backside of Checkers, able to find 1 and 2, and not to mention that the 2 is the bomb carrier Roka. Drone around the corner, make it 3. Well played indeed from Pimp. Bides his time, plays it well. Now the MP9 is going to come to play, and Rick's not long for this world, will go down. That should be another, well, he doesn't upgrade from that, but they do salvage the AK. So good looks here so far from these guys. So Liquid bringing it back within 1 round. How many have they rattled off in a row now? 5 in a row? 6 out of the last 7 rounds? 8 out of the last 9, 10 rounds? Math. Yeah, I don't know who this new Pip player is for Liquid, but he's pretty good. Pretty good. Slow play from the T side, favoring that B bomb site. Good flash comes out. Look at all the blind players. All but one of them completely shredded by that flashbang. And again. And now they know. Here comes the push. There's the spray down. 3 players for Elige. He's going to eventually fall, but it's Pimp to pick up where he left off. 1 player to beat. He's going to beat him. So back-to-back 3 Ks for Pimp. 6 kills in 2 rounds. And that AK is paying its weight in gold right now. 17 and 11 for Pimp. 21 and 13 for Stanislaw. I keep wanting to call him Peter because of his name. Still only 4 kills for Nitro, though. Womp womp. Now we see the full buy come out, but we're all square 9-9. Full buy down. Simphus on an AK, but we know how good his rifles are. Obviously would prefer an AWP in this situation, but he's going to eat a nade to the face, and Elige is going to get reverse boosted. I'm going to put him right up on the perch. He's going to be looking for it, but not going to spot anything just yet. Now he could pounce. There it is. Finds Simphus, takes him down. 1 to beat in mid. I believe that's Drone that's over in that area trying to pick up that cup, but he's not going to get overzealous right now, and Elige still staying up on top of the boost. He hasn't given up his position just yet. Rix is over there, does have the bomb, doesn't want to give too much away. But if Rix comes around, well, he's going to meet his demise. Now he falls back from that. He's got backup in Pimp. Push comes around through the smoke. Pimp's there for the trade. So a nice round here from Liquid. Their CT side starting off rip-roaring. Much better than the last time on their T side, but we'll see how things definitely go here. But it looks pretty solid. Pimp from Sandbags. Aria trying to creep up here in mid. And Pimp's actually playing an off angle at Sandbags. There you go. So that's now 8 kills in 3 rounds for Pimp. And this is exactly the start to the CT side Liquid wants. They're yet to drop a round here in the second half. 4 rounds in a row. 7 in a row total. 8 out of the last 9. 9 out of the last 12. 10 out of the last 19. Under the pistols we go. Drone going to be leading the charge. 4 towards Squeaky. Smoke comes out to A main. Not going to have too much pressure just yet. The CT's not going for any aggression in towards A main. Flashbangs come out around the corner. Nitro going to do what he can. Sprays down 1, but Roka just deletes him off the server. Bomb gets planted. Mission accomplished. Now looking to get back in are the CT side of Liquid. Good kill there. The nade comes out from Elige, but also going to find some spam with that M4. Make it a little easier on him. Well, that incendiary sucks in about the worst possible way. Stanislaw is going to finish off 2. Pimp's able to take down 1 in the meantime, but it is going to go 11-9 for Liquid, and ever since they swapped sides, things looking pretty damn healthy. So definitely on the up and up now for Liquid, and it's not that they're really doing anything too special. One of the things that they are doing is that reverse boost. You see how that works out. He was able to find 1 over here and 1 over here the round before that. And then as he's trying to fall away, you had Pimp over here in mid. Gets the refrag in that area. So all in all, good rounds from Liquid so far. And they haven't really lost a whole lot of players. That last round came down to 4 alive, 4 alive, 4 alive, 2 alive. None alive, but that was the smoke diffuse in the pistol round that got them into the position that they're in right now. So JDM's on and up, Simphis is on and up. So this is the biggest buy round that we've seen so far, and we'll see who came to play in the second half of this matchup. A little back and forth right now, but neither player able to connect on the other one just yet. I thought Drone was coming around on the front side of the red box. That would have surely been his demise at the hands of JDM, but for now we're going to hang on to this 5-on-5. Op shot rattles off. Nitro is going to be able to duck for cover. Nade goes out. That's going to be good damage on Simphis. So already doing a little bit of work here on the Liquid side. Door is going to close. Well timed. That's going to block the incendiary from spreading to his feet. He's going to be able to stay in that corner for a little while longer. There's the peek from Nitro. Gets 1. Gets 2. Still looking for some more. Elige will go down. Nitro on the last few bullets in the magazine is able to find a third, and that's going to leave it on Rix 1 versus 3. He's around the backside of that red box. Able to spot out JDM. Isolate a 1v1. Pimp on highway, though, will finish him off, and they should salvage the AWP, which they will do. They are going to carry that over one more time. So, for the lack of Nitro on this map, Pimp has stepped up in a big way, as well as Stanislaw. They're both 20-plus kills. Everybody else on the team is just barely over single digits, so doing a significant amount of the work for him. Then you've got Roka, who had a tremendous opening half. I think he had 17 kills or 18 kills at the end of the first half, and he's only at 19 right now. So he has been completely nullified going into this second half. Good molly to flush JDM back. Does take a little bit of splash damage, but not that big of a deal. And now we see Liquid go to work. 4 M4s, 3 of them silenced. One is an A4 and an AWP. Is Roka okay? Roka, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Roka? Double boost here in mid. Mid control for the T side. Stanislaw trying with the continuation spray, not able to connect, and that incendiary is going to go right to the feet of the players trying to push on in, but they do manage to catch out another one. Are they going to be ready for the site player Pimp? No. Able to get one, but Roka sprays down 2. Elige, body not shown. Spot safe for the time being. Is he going to push the smoke? Simp is watching it. Rix is also watching the push through for the time being. They are going to work the bomb over. Let's see, get in here. He's trying to push in, but Rix and Simphis will finish him off. Roka falls, but finally a round on the board for Splyce here in the second half. They make it 10 to 12, and they find double digits. So all that money that's stacked up, though, in the, what was it, 6 rounds in a row that Liquid were able to win, that's going to be bought down now. They've got plenty of money to play with. AWP back into the hands of JDM, but they've really got to get these kind of bottom fragging players motivated to start picking up the pace here, because it's definitely a little something off from Liquid. Typically a map that you would expect them to dominate a team that's not really affiliated with top tier NACS. By top tier, I mean tier 47. No higher than that. JK, I love these guys. Good damage onto Roka. Well timed. Again, it's going to come down to a slow play from the T side of Splyce. Roka trying to harass by the squeaky door. The slow style from Splyce. Running that clock down. It's reminiscent of what we saw from Liquid in the opening half, but they got into a round trading duel that they just couldn't get ahead of. So difficult times ahead for Splyce if they can't convert 2 in a row here. He's going to come in, though. Arya with the trade. Stanislaw still on the site, though. Unleash will go down to Roka. That gets traded out. JDM's going to find 1 Nitro as well. And Rix, well, he probably just did what I actually do more often than I really want to admit. But that's, you ever notice, like, you'll be sitting there shooting at somebody and you think you've hit them enough times for them to die, so you switch to try to spray transfer onto somebody else or change targets regardless, and you end up dying to the person that you thought that you killed? I feel like that's what just happened to Rix. A little bit of a bummer. A little bit of a bummer. Look at this aggression from Liquid. Going whole hog outside of B. Hi, hello, how are you? That's 1, 2, and not a third, but Alicia's there to drop the bomb carrier. Now they got to try to get themselves back towards T spawn and around the corner. It's going to come down to a 2v3, though, and a couple of guns, a couple of weapons picked up here for Splyce. So now, it went from a save round to a round that both costly and potential for a win for Splyce. Some good early damage to come out onto Nitro. They dink him through the corner of the wall. Oh, could have heard the footstep. Roka on high. He gets spotted. Finishes one off before he swan dives down into the ground. JDM was there for the trade, but now the push is going to come up towards A, and JDM should be able to lock this one down. I lied. He's actually on mid-roof. JDM missing the shot. I could have hit that shot. Let's be honest. Easy peasy. Push coming in towards B. Rex is actually going to find another one. Sad thing is that he doesn't have any time. So another round on the board for Liquid as time expires. The good news is that Rix actually has a full arsenal of nades, head armor, and an M4 from the last round, so the buy isn't going to affect him too terribly much going forward. So decent enough start to this one. 14-10, it's going to go. Yeah, I know, T-Tors. Shut up. Shut up. I know. Trades come out. Arya, crab walk extraordinaire. It's a fast round towards A, and Simphus going to open things up. Swaps to the AWP. Not able to get it out in time. The draw speed a little too slow. We are going to come down into a 1v1. Quickly eradicated by Pimp. Oh god, why you cast? I don't know, because Mega Man TV as a caster name sounds better than Joss Sam Glodden. Flashbang out from B main, deep nade as well. They're going to be able to line something up here, trying to go for aggression. Pimp, not really able to find the damage he was necessarily looking for, but look at the damage that's been taken on the Splyce side anyway. Range spray, and Roka eventually able to find that. JDM gonna go down, so the man advantage for Splyce, but the HP for the Splyce player is so low. 56, 61, 72, 75, and 100. And Pimp, well, he's able to find one. Overextends, though. And Rix is gonna be able to get the trade. Now, it's going to come back into a 3-on-2, and Elige and Nitro going to combine over here in mid. And those are the two names that we need to hear more often in this series. Otherwise, it's going to be troublesome going into the second map, which is going to be Inferno, and that is Splyce's pick. Reverse boost in towards Vince. Drone going to be the one to get boosted up there as he does have the M4. Can snag the bomb without giving up his position, I believe. And he will get the bomb. But they see the gun barrel. They're already on the prowl. Liege in Vince. Doesn't want to overextend and throw it off a cliff. So that's one in sight. Simphus gets a one-banger on Nitro, but Stanislaw's there. 16-10, map number 1 is going to go. And we will be back in a few minutes for map number 2, which, like I said moments ago, is going to be on Inferno. So we will see you guys very shortly. Make sure that you don't go anywhere. Just a few minutes, and we'll be right back.